I think I would be that one dish that you would try when you go on like an impulse holiday to Thailand or something. And like you try it once and then never again because you can never find like the right like setting. Like I'm the kind of wow, I'm romanticizing myself. I'm that one bowl of pasta in Krabi that you eat with your friends and you're a little drunk from all the Chang beer. Yeah. I don't think I'm like a type of food. I'm a type of food experience. My name is Eqtaffaq Saddam Hussain, but most people on campus call me Sam. Sam is a bit easier. I am from the class of 2022. I think I romanticized my relationship with my mom. There was this time we went to IKEA near Alexander Road and it was raining. So she sort of shoved my head underneath her shirt and then we huddled together and then we ran across the road. Like if I like that's the memory I pick when I want to humble myself. Sometimes I just assume that most people would be rebellious or have this push and pull relationship with their parents. I know I do, and I think it shows in my attitude and my personality. I think the way I socialize is very much push and pull. I feel like accepting your parents as people is like the peak, like the peak of um, decentralizing all your relationships with people. I'm not there yet. I have a lot of relationships with people where I believe in my heart that I love them, but they don't really know or understand it, or sometimes even like remember that I exist. I try to be very honest about how me touching their lives and then touching me has influenced my identity. They don't necessarily need to know it. They might never know it. But I like to think that that's how I love people, loving them in secret. I I like to receive love when people make choices for themselves, and in making those choices, I'm around or I am accessible, so I don't feel like I'm getting in someone's way, or I'm encouraged to be there when someone chooses themselves, as opposed to like maybe choosing decisions that may not serve their actual interests or their real self. Love shouldn't be simple, but the feeling should come easy. Sometimes I have a bit of trouble consolidating like, all these different parts of myself that they don't make sense. Like there's a part of you that can really like fruits but really hate mangoes. I think to make it simpler for me to interact in a social setting, I try and be as binary as possible. Like I'm this one thing, I'm this one thing. When actually I really don't know what's going on inside. Which I think is kind of like the YNC spirit, you have all these things that you can do, you have all these pieces of information that you can engage with, all these different people that you can interact with, and then they switch on like different parts of yourself. I like that. I don't know whether it's something that I developed going into YNC, but I know that it was something that I used a lot to get by. My guilty pleasure is daydreaming about me in various situations of success. I, I don't know, when you get excited about something and then it doesn't necessarily reflect a vision of success to your friends or to your peers, you can feel a little guilty sharing these thoughts. It's like a big sin, right? Like you shouldn't daydream. But I don't know, you stay in YNC, you're literally in this ivory tower look. We're a privileged institution. And as somebody who's never really enjoyed like the height before, literally the height in Chandana, it's really nice to daydream a little bit. So this is gonna be like a time capsule for me. I'm definitely gonna look at this video 5-7 years from now. So it's gonna float around the interwebs. So future Sam, if you are watching this, I hope that you still remember all the great things that happened over the summer of 2021. Remember your sweet mates, they were really, really nice to you, and they still are. I hope you're still friends with them. I hope all the big changes that you decided to make over the past 3 months have paid off. And don't regret the things you said in this screen test. You were young, you're still learning.